This is one second lecture. Today we are going to solve problem set of chapter number 7. First of all, I would like to discuss fill in the blanks, or we can say these statements and options are given, but I am going to give the explanation for the same. First one is the ratio of circumference to that of area is given as 2/7. Try to understand again. Ratio of circumference upon area is 2/7. I substitute the value of circumference, which is 2 pi r, and area is pi r square. Of course, you will notice pi and pi will get cancelled. Here r square. So one of these two r will get cancelled with the r from the numerator. So in the next step, we obtain it as 2/7, 2/r. Now here you will find, if I transfer this r over here to the left hand side, and if I take the reciprocal of 2/7 as 7/2, then on right hand side I will be getting it as 14/2, which is 7. Therefore, this is how you will find we obtain the value of r as 7 cm. Question asked is, find out the circumference of the circle. Now, as you all know, formula for circumference, c is equal to 2 pi r. We have already obtained the value of radius as 7. So substitute over here, 7 to 14 pi. So this is how answer of the first alternative, or we can say first fill in the blank, is 14 pi. Next to that, the measure is given, that is theta is 160. Length of arc is given as 44 centimeter, and question asked is find out the circumference. Now in this case you will find, I am going to calculate here whatever things are given. So let's find out, or let's make use of that. So length of arc, which is formula is theta upon 180 into pi r. Now I substitute the value of length of arc as 44. So here L is equal to theta, but theta is given as 160 upon 180 into this pi r as it is. Next step is, now 44 is equal to 8/9 is equal to pi r. After cancellation over here, you will get 8/9. Now let's transfer this 8/9 to the left hand side. So you will get it as 44 into 9/8. If I transfer it if I cancel it with 4 2s are 8, of course in the numerator I will get 11. So this is how you will find the value of pi r. I obtained it as 99/2. But since question is to find out the circumference, so to get the circumference, c is equal to 2 pi r. So c is equal to 2 as it is, but the value of pi r I want it as 99/2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and we left with circumference as 99 centimeter. Now you will find in question number 3, they ask us to find out the perimeter of the sector. Now perimeter means boundary, and if we consider the boundary of the sector, in that case you will find PA is radius as well as PC is radius, both of them are 7 each. But as well as in this question, they have also given us central angle or measure of the arc, which is 90 degree. So I don't know the length of ABC. So let's find out the length of ABC. So length of arc ABC is equal to theta upon 180 into pi r. Now we will find theta, value of theta, I am going to substitute it as 90. So 90/180 into value of pi is 22/7 into the radius as 7. 7 and 7 will get cancelled. Here 92s are 180, 2 11s are. So this is how now I obtain the value of length of r ABC as 11 centimeter. Question is to find out the perimeter of sector. So perimeter of sector means boundary, PA 7, PC 7 plus length of arc ABC is 11. So your answer, addition of all these three, will be 25 centimeter. Now next to that, in the next question, curved surface area of the cone is pi r L. They have given us here the value of radius and height. So let's calculate first length of r. So L is equal to square root of r square plus x square. So L is equal to, radius is given as 7 square plus 24 square. 7 square is 49 plus 576. So that will give you root of 625. So this is how I obtained here length of here pi r L, that length is 25 centimeter. I can say slant height as 25 centimeter. Now question is to calculate curved surface area of cone. So formula is pi r L, 22 upon 7. Radius is given as 7 into value of slant height. We obtain it as 25. So 7 and 7 will be cancelled. 22 5s are, or even you can say it this way, 25 to the 50. Carry 5, 25 to the 50 plus 5 is 550. Now next one is we have to calculate height. But they have given us curved surface area of cylinder as 440. So you will find here, I substitute formula over here as 2 pi r h. 2 as it is, pi outside I get as it is. Radius is given as pi into h, and that is equal to 440. So let's calculate height. Here 440 upon 5 is a 10 pi. So 0 0 will get cancelled, and I will get the value of height as 44 upon 1. Now let's do the next question, that is question number, we'll find 6. Now in question number 6, you will notice whenever alternatives are given in terms of pi, you are not supposed to substitute the value of pi as 22 upon 7. Be careful about it. Now let's do question number 6. In question number 6, you will find that a cone was melted. A cone was melted and cast into the cylinder of the same radius as that of the base of the cone. Then, if the height of the cylinder is 5 centimeter, find the height of the cone. In this case, you will find cone was melted and cast into the cylinder. That means volume of cylinder as well as cone are equal. So I am going to write over here that volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder. Volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder. Now volume of cone, you all know the formula 1 upon 3 pi r square h. While that of volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Pi is same from both the sides, so naturally you will find pi and pi will get cancelled. Now let's see what they have given us. That same radius as that of the base. If the height of cylinder is 5 centimeter, now height of cylinder is 5, so you will find 1 upon 3 r square into h is equal to r square, and height of the cylinder is given as 5. Now you will notice the next thing as radius of base of cylinder as well as cone are equal. So naturally you will find they will cancel from both sides. So we left with height of the cone. So h is equal to, if I transfer 3 on right hand side, of course I'll get it as 5 3 is 15. So you will find height of the cone is 15 centimeter. So our option number 1 is what is the height of the cone. So we got height of the cone as 15 centimeter. Now next to that is 7. Now in question number 7 you will find that find the volume of cube of side. Side is given as 0.01 centimeter. And question asked is find out the volume of cube. Of course, volume of cube is equal to L cube. This is formula for volume of cube. So I am going to multiply now 0.01 for 3 times. So I'll get it as 0.1 multiplied by 0.1 multiplied by 0.1. Of course, you will find that 1 into 1 into 1, so I'll get 1. But you have to be very careful now while placing the decimal. So you will find 1, 2 and 3. So I'll get it as, sorry, I made a mistake here, 0.01. So everywhere I have to take it as 0.01. Okay? 1 as it is, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when placing the decimal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then point. Please note this carefully. So side is 0.01 centimeter, 0.01 into 0.01 into 0.01. But you will find 1, 1s are 1, 1s are 1. But 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. So after 6 digits from right, I place a point. So this is how we will get the volume of cube is centimeter cube. That is option number B for question number 7. Now let's do question number 8. In question number 8, you will find what they have given us. In this question number 8, they have find the side of a cube. Please try to understand. Find the side of the cube. I'm going to find out the side of the cube. But its volume is given as 1 meter cube. So, volume is equal to 1 meter cube. Okay? Now here in this case we will find that L cube is equal to 1 meter cube. Very interestingly, you will find they have asked us to find the side in centimeters. We have to be careful about it. So you will find that if I have to find out value of side, I have to take cube root from both sides. So taking cube root from both sides. Taking cube root. If I take cube root from both sides, naturally the cube root of L cube will be L, and we will find cube root of 1 is 1, while that of cube root of meter cube will be meter. But all the alternatives are given in the unit centimeter. Therefore, you will find 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Therefore, side of the cube is 100 centimeter. That is alternative C. Now let's do question number 2. Question number 2. In the question number 2, they have given us volume of a bucket. We have to calculate volume of a bucket. Bucket is in the form of frustum. So let's use the formula of frustum to get the volume of bucket, and we have to find the capacity of the bucket. And you all know capacity of the bucket is in liters. So in this case, a washing tub is in the shape of frustum of a cone, has height 21 centimeter. So height is given here. Height is equal to 21 centimeter. Next to that, the radii of the circular top and bottom are given as 20 centimeter and 15 centimeter respectively. So I'll take value of R1 as 20 centimeter, while that of value of R2 as 15 centimeter. What is the capacity of the tap? Now you all know the formula for volume of the frustum. Therefore, let's write the volume of frustum is equal to pi h 1/3 pi h r1 square into the bracket r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. This is formula for volume of the frustum, that is 1/3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Now let's substitute the values. Now 1/3 as it is. But the value of pi is given over there as 22/7. So let's take value of pi as 22/7. Value of h is also given, that is 21. So I'll take it as 21 into the bracket r1 square, that is 20 square, plus r2 square, that is 15 square, plus r1 into r2, 15 into 20. 15 into 20. The next step will be, here you will find very easily I can cancel this. 7 3s are 21. This 3 and 3 will also be cancelled. So naturally we are left with 22 into the bracket. Now 20 square, as you all know, it is 400 plus square of 15, which is 225, plus 15 twos are 30. So that will give us 300. Now, first of all, 22 as it is. I will not touch the 22 at all. So let's add this. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 3. Try to understand. That will give us 925. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. And this 25. That is 925. Now we are going to multiply 925 by 22. Now 22 5s are 110. So you will find 22 5s are 110. So I will write 0, natural 11 will carry. Now 22 2s are 44. 44 plus 11 will give you 55. So carry 5. Then next to that is 22 9s are 198. So 198 plus 5 is 203. So this is how I got it as 230 50 centimeter cube. But what is our question? To find out the capacity of the bucket in liters. Now you all know the relationship between centimeter cube. So 1 liter is equal to 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. So convert this centimeter cube into liters, I have to divide it by 1000. So if I divide it by 1000, naturally you will find I get these 2 zeros are there. So 20.35 liters. So in SSC board exam also, please remember, whatever question is being asked, you have to write the answer of question in complete sentence. If suppose in this question, appear in SSC board exam. Then you have to write it. The capacity of the bucket is 20.35 liters. Now let's do the next one. This is question number 3. Now in this question number 3, you will find they have given us some plastic balls of radius 1 cm were melted and cast into tube. Be careful now. Lots of calculations we have to do over here. That were melted and cast into tube. The thickness and length of and outer radius of the tube were 2 cm, 90 cm and 30 cm respectively. How many balls were melted to make the tube? Now in this case, let's see here. This is a tube. You all are aware about the shape of the tube. The tube, very interesting thing is, it is always hollow. Then you will find this is in the form of cylinder. Okay. Now thickness is given. Please try to understand here, very important. That supposing from here, because you will find center of both these cylinders is same. But while finding out outer radius, so you will find from here, if I take this as an outer radius. Now outer radius is given as 30 centimeter. And very important to note that thickness, this is a thickness. Thickness is given as 2 centimeter. So naturally, if I call this as R1, if I call this as R2, then you will find from here to here, total is how much? 30. Thickness is 2, therefore I'll get it R2 as 28. These things are very important to know, because you will find that plastic balls are melted and tube is prepared. So naturally you will find that we have to calculate the material used to prepare tube. I repeat again, we have to calculate the volume of the material used to prepare tube. And how we will obtain it? We obtain it if we calculate the volume of outer cylinder minus the volume of this hollow cylinder. Then whatever the difference between the volume of outer cylinder and inner cylinder, that will be the volume of material. This is very important concept in this question to understand. So you will find here the volume of material, volume of the tube, volume of material of the tube. I get it as volume of outer cylinder minus volume of hollow cylinder. Now in this case you will find their radii are different. Their radius are not same at all. So I write it as pi r square h minus pi r square h. You will notice one thing. I have kept the height same. The reason being that you will find height of the outer cylinder as well as height of the inner cylinder are same. So that is why I have not labeled them as H1, H2. I have kept them as it is. Only the radii are different. The radius of the inner cylinder, or I can call it as hollow cylinder, is 30 minus 2. That is outer radius minus thickness. That will give us 28. Now you notice one thing. Pi
h is common. So I'm going to take pi h as common. So I'll get it as r1 square minus r2 square. What I'm going to find out first? I'm going to find out volume of the material of the tube. Now let's see here. Pi h. Now I can substitute the values very easily. I'm not going to substitute value of pi at all. You all are aware of it that in previous sums also, for such type of sums, pi is going to get cancelled in the last step. So I'm going to keep the pi as it is. So I'll get it as pi into now value of h, that is value of height of the tube. So you will find that the length, the thickness, length and outer radius. So here they have given it height as 90 centimeter. 90 centimeter is the length of the tube. So I'll keep the height as constant, which is 90. So here I substitute the value as 90. Now r1 square minus r2 square. So r1 I know, that is outer radius, that is equal to 30. So I'm going to write it here. 30 square minus inner one is 28. So we'll find 28 square. Now let's calculate it. Pi into 90 as it is 30 square. You all know 30 square is 900 minus 28 square is 784. Now next step is pi into 90 into, now here I am going to subtract 784, 900. So naturally you will find it as 116. 10 minus 4, 6, carry 9 plus 1, 9. 10 minus 9 is 1 and 116. So this is what volume of material, volume of material of tube, volume of material. So the next one is volume of plastic balls. So balls are in the shape of sphere. Then volume of a ball, volume of plastic ball is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. 4 upon 3 pi r cube, you will notice it as 4 upon 3 4 upon 3 into pi as it is. Now let's see what the radius of plastic ball is given. So you'll find that the some plastic balls of radius 1 centimeter. So it's very easy. 1 cube. So naturally we get it as 4 upon 3 into pi into 1. This is what volume of material of tube is pi into 90 into 116. Volume of plastic ball is 4 upon 3 into pi into 1. Now to get the number of balls, very simple formula is there. Whatever is larger, in this case you will surely notice volume of material of a tube is larger and number of balls, volume of that is smaller. So dividing the larger by the smaller. So I am going to divide it now, that to get the number of plastic balls is equal to, so number of plastic balls is equal to number of plastic balls is equal to volume of material of tube upon volume of a plastic ball. Now I'll substitute the values over here. That I will take it as pi into 90 into 116. Pi into 90 into 116 upon 4 upon 3 pi into 1. Now you'll come to know that by now you must have come to know that why do I keep pi as it is? I did not substitute the value of pi at all. Reason being that now I am obtaining the volume of material as well as volume of sphere, both of them along with pi. So this pi and pi will get cancelled. Now I am going to transfer 4 upon 3 into the numerator. That will become 3 upon 4. Now if it is 3 upon 4, 4 2s are 8. Carry 3, we get 9. So 90 into 87. 90 into 87. So you will get final answer as 7830. Since question is to find out number of plastic balls, we all know it's integer. So naturally we will get that in the form of integral form. So here you will find that we have got the number of plastic balls as 7830. It is very important to note in this sum that height we have to keep as it is, then radius, inner radius is 28 because thickness of the tube is given as 2 centimeter, outer radius is 30, so 30 minus 2 is 28. You must know the square of 28, which is 784, so you will find that 900 minus 784 is 116, and later on we obtain this value. So this is how we will find. Now here we finish question number 3. Now I am going to do question number 4. Now in this question number 4 is also more or less the same as that of question number 3. In question number 4, question is as it is. You will find that a metal parallelepiped of measures 16 cm, 11 cm and 10 cm was melted to make coins. How many coins were made if the thickness was 2 mm and 2 cm respectively? So once again you will find that number of coins. This is question number 4. Number of coins into volume of a coin is equal to volume of parallelepiped. Volume of parallelepiped. Okay, so number of coins I don't know. I have to calculate it. Volume of coin, it is very interesting to know that coin is also in the form of cylinder. So I write its formula as pi r square h. That is, this will continue as it is, number of coins. That is equal to volume of parallelepiped is length, breadth into height. So number of coins is equal to, which we have to calculate. Number of coins is equal to L into B into H upon pi r square h. Now let's see here. L, that stands for length of parallelepiped, which is 16, while that of breadth is given as 11 into 10 upon value of pi is 22 upon 7. Now be careful to substitute the radius of the coin. Now what they have given is
the radius, how many coins were made, the thickness and diameter of each coin. Now diameter of each coin is given as 2 centimeter. If diameter is 2 centimeter, very easily we will get radius as 1 centimeter. So r square is 1 into 1 into value of h. H means thickness of the coin, and thickness of the coin is given in millimeter, and thickness of a coin is given as 2 millimeter. So if it is given as 2 millimeter, I must have to convert it into centimeter. Be careful over here that height of the coin means thickness of the coin, which is given in terms of millimeter. It is 2 millimeter. I convert it into the centimeter by dividing it by 10. Now the next part is very easy. 16 into 11 into 10. I'm going to take the reciprocal of this as 7 upon 22 into 2 upon 10 will become 10 upon 2. Now let's do the calculations here. Then here you will find 11 twos are correct. 2 twos are 4, 4 fours are 16. Try to understand. 2 twos are 4, 4 fours are 16. Now I got over here 10 fours are 40 multiplied by 7 tens are 70. So it's very easy. Now 2 twos are 4, 4 fours are 16, and you will find here 7 tens are 70 into 40. Naturally, it's a very simple calculation. So you will get the value of this 70 into 40 will give us 2800. Therefore, number of coins are 2800. The previous one and this one is one and the same, because in this case parallelepiped has been melted and is converted into coins. We have to calculate the number of coins. So number of coins is volume of coin is equal to volume of parallelepiped. Number of coins is L in h upon pi square h. L is 16, 11 into 10. Then value of pi is 22 upon 7. Radius, diameter is given as 2. Radius is always 1. So, but very careful. Be careful. Height or thickness of a coin is given in 2 millimeters. That is 2 mm. I converted it into the centimeter, dividing it by 10. So I got it over here, 2 upon 10. Transfer all the things into the numerator. 16, 11, 10, 22 upon 7, 7 upon 22. While 2 upon 10 will become 10 upon 2. The calculation will give us 40 to 17, that is 2800. Thank you.